Hello, beautiful soul. This is Kristen Strother with Uplifting Counsel. So you have decided that you want to see a counselor. And now you get the sometimes overwhelming task of trying to find one. Where do you start? Well, today I'm going to talk about some of the best ways to find a counselor. The first thing that you can do is a good old Google search. Now, this might seem obvious or not particularly helpful, but it's actually one of the best things that you can do to find a counselor, and there's a few reasons why. The first is a lot of counselors have something called a Google My Business listing. On that first page of Google, under the map, there's a list of counselors that are near you, especially if you search for something like counselors near me or counselors in Happy Valley, Oregon. And so there's some people that you can see right there. The second thing that you can do is look at online therapist directories. There are a lot of therapist directories online, which can be very helpful. Probably the biggest one, I'm sure it's the biggest, is Psychology Today. There's tons of therapist options on there. You can filter by a lot of different things, like you can filter for Christian counselors, you can filter for specialties like anxiety or OCD. The downside with any directory or any way that you're looking for counseling is just because somebody has a listing on there doesn't mean that they're taking clients right now. And so you might have to call 10, you might have to call 20 different counselors before you find somebody who has openings. Please do not let this deter you from finding a counselor. View it as part of the process of finding a counselor, and you will be able to find somebody, and I'm giving you other ideas too. It's just part of the process, and sometimes you call somebody, it's your first phone call, and that's all you need, and they do have openings. A third thing that you can do is look at insurance company directories. So if it's important to you to use an in-network therapist using your insurance benefits, then most, if not all, insurance companies have online directories of the therapists that are paneled with them. A fourth thing that you can do is call your insurance company. So you just call the number on your insurance card and you can ask them for help in finding a counselor that takes your benefits. Again, if using in-network benefits is important to you. The fifth thing that you can do is ask friends for recommendations. This can be a wonderful way to find a counselor because you actually are talking to somebody who's found great benefit from seeing this particular person. The only caveat to that is that sometimes your friend might be seeing that counselor for issues that are different from those that you're wanting to see a counselor for. So it's always good to do a little research about the person first to make sure that they actually do specialize in the areas that you're seeking help with. And a sixth way that you can look for a counselor is through talking to your doctor or another healthcare provider, like a massage therapist, acupuncturist, whoever it might be, because a lot of times they have built relationships with people that they refer out to. Also, anybody who provides any sort of mental health support can also have a good list of referrals, such as a church pastor. What about you? What are some of the ways that you have found a counselor or some ideas that you have for good ways to find a counselor? Please comment below. We would love to hear it. And please stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to talk about how to find a counselor that is specifically a great fit for you. Now, in it, I will talk about how sometimes searching by things like location or insurance company don't always yield the best results on finding the best fit. Although, of course, it's nice to not have to drive too far. It's nice to be able to use insurance, but more to come on that. And I will talk with you again soon.